look at these forget-me-nots. Amazing. Yeah, it is. It's a persistent annual. Look at that. Isn't that great? Nice with the red telephone box behind as well. The thing I really love about forget-me-nots is the way that they come out, particularly if you can find some where they're just coming out. They come out in this beautiful spiral. I don't know if you can see that purple. It's underneath the little spirals. Red phone box. Well, let's go and see if it's still operational. A lot of the red phone boxes are now used as like local libraries and things like that. It still opens. You could go inside it and pretend to be Superman. I remember coming into these phone boxes. Beep, beep, beep. Don't want a signal to drop altogether. Yeah. There you go, you've been in a traditional old telephone box. How cool. I bet that probably was the telephone for this village at one point. You know, this is probably where everybody used that, probably, for all their calls in the village. Look, there's a post box as well. Check that. Post box still in use. Very nice. You ever seen Danger Mouse? Danger Mouse used to go flying in the post box. Danger Mouse. Or Donnie Murdo. Danger Mouse. Here they use the phone box as terrestrial Wi-Fi. Ah. Oh no. Not that I can recall. Sounds cute. Yeah, Danger Mouse. It's a kids program here. Oh wow. That is lovely. A bit of me's like, just put your little tripod on that wall, and another bit of me's like, no, don't do that. It's a long way down. I don't think you would survive for very long. Although the tripod it might land the right way up because it's quite heavy. That would be hilarious. I think what I'm going to do, because it's not like we can get down to the river. I thought it was all on this side. Brig of Tig Cottage. Crackcombe Cottage. Nice. Interesting. The access actually might be through the caravan park down to you know, the path that we were talking about earlier on, we couldn't get onto. Get down here. Is it possible? I think it is possible, actually. If we were to go down to the river, it doesn't look that easy to get down. There's buzzards. Amazing. Being mobbed. Just have lunch here, guys. I feel like this is a nice spot. We've got buzzards. We've got river walking by, river running by. I can easily I can just step over this. Just sit here. This feels like a nice little field. Looks like a badger track there. Wow. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. I'm just going to set you up here. There's loads of dandelion seeds everywhere here. I was noticing that yesterday when we were out walking. There was so many dandelion seeds everywhere. It's unreal. Okay. Connect to the tripod. Oh. So I've got a Benro high hat here. Oh, he said hello, Tig. That's nice. So, yeah, that is the water of Tig. So, I'd quite like to know who Tig is. Because Tig is quite well known around these parts. There's water of Tig, there's Tig Road, there's all sorts of Tigs. Tig stuff. I'm pretty sure I'm signed into the that GPS service, so you should be able to see exactly where I am using that. I can't remember what it's called though, but I did sign into it, so thank you very much. So yeah, I've been out in the boonies. I'm out in the boonies, out in the sticks, and I need more connection, more power. I actually don't know where I'm going. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get across the river onto the other road without wading through the river.
Says, I might have wonky internet after 5 p.m. my time for a few days.
Well, Southern Granny, if you remember, when I did my first drive up this way and you were with me and it
Going
started
to walk
lagging
in
and
the
stuff.
garden.
We're kind of in the same area now.
Be right back.
According to the map though, we should have a good spot of 5G here. So, right, and if I remember rightly, this road here goes up and then into a woodland where the that river that we've just been across joins on to the yeah, let's go this way. Getting myself potentially into a situation where the only way across will be to wade through a river. But I want to explore.
909 says, I like the walking about instead of van all time.
Yeah, exactly. This is kind of what I want to do as well. I'll just make sure it's kind of varied. Because we've got the van stuff, we've got the tripod, the telescope stuff, we've got drone. We've not flown the drone much at all actually this year yet, and yeah, I think what would be good to maybe to drive to certain locations and then do walkabout streams in different locations. That would be my ideal situation, to go and explore different little villages and I suppose towns as well in the biosphere, and just kind of do what we're doing today, just wander about and have a bit of a nosy around. See.
909 says, need to set up SRT for the disconnects.
Yeah, that's it. I don't really like the idea of having a computer running at home. I quite like to use Cloud OBS like Tycoon provides with anti-scuff, and
as you're bound to have them out here.
Oh yeah, definitely bound to have them everywhere around Scotland. So a stone in my shoe. There's that caravan holiday park up there. Get a nice view. I'm feeling people might live there almost permanently as well. Cows. That's very nice here. I think we might have to walk through somebody's farm here, so I'm going to probably flip the camera so you can see my ugly face while we do this bit, just in case. Give them a bit of relative privacy. Here though. Gone in a nice spiral shape when it comes to the way we've walked. We've walked along and up and round, kind of going around into the sort of centre of the spiral. Oh, what's that? Might be a pheasant. Is that a pheasant or is it pheasant. It's a rabbit. Well, it might be a red-legged grouse. A partridge rather. But it wasn't. It's a bull in that field over there. And the gate is just wide open. Interesting. Very interesting. Cows are not interested in leaving the field, obviously. They've got babies with them. Very nice. So this bit down here was one of the spots that I looked at when I was looking for places for us to potentially hang out. The wind's got up here. You must be getting a wee bit of a blattering. Sorry about that. Oh, butterfly. Hi, butterfly. Nice one. Tortoiseshell butterfly. Oh.
Fork 909 says, is it a stream or a river?
Coming up, it's going to be I think it is a small river really. It's a bit more than a stream. It's called the Mains of Tig, or Water of Tig rather. I've got an annoying thing going on with my sock.
Fork 909 says, Arky.
You're looking at me on the map. Korg, do you know what the GPS thing that SOAC uses is? And other streams use it. Can't remember what it is. But I signed into it the other day and I wondered if that's what you do. You just sign in once and then it just follows you. I don't know whether you have to sign in every day or what. It's maybe the same poor tortoiseshell. I'm not sure.
Fork 909 says, let me have a look.
They're pretty, aren't they? It's nice of it to sit there for us.
Yes, you have to tour it on when live.
You have to tour it when on, turn it on when live. I'm not really sure. I'd probably have to do that with another device, right? I don't have another device with me. This bridge that I'm about to...
Lil Bo Peep says,
well,
pretty butterfly.
Hey Lil Bo Peep. Look at this. This is just amazing. It's a ford. So you ever seen a proper ford? So this is a... You can see the tracks going down here. People just drive through the river here. I could just cross this river, no problem at all. Just by hopping on the stones, look. Easy peasy. There is a beautiful smell of being in the river right now.
Lil Bo Peep says, hello.
Hello. Lovely to see you, Lil Bo Peep. Welcome back. Let's go and have a look at this bridge. Well, it looks crossable by a human, but not by a...
Corp 909 says, it's this one Repelcom.
That's the one, yeah, RTIRL, that's the one. So yeah, I think it is. It's probably pretty safe to cross this by foot. He says, gingerly walking across it. But it's definitely not passable with a vehicle. Beautiful down here. Really nice. The river is so low.
Corp 909 says, any crayfish under the rocks.
Interesting. It's an interesting thing to consider. I haven't really had much of an investigation into the rivers down here. There's very possibly crayfish. So what we're going to do, guys, I'm just going to walk through this field down to the River Stincher, and then we're going to potentially have to wade across the River Stincher to get to the other side. Hopefully it's low like this one and I'll be able to do a bit of rock hopping, but I'm fully expecting to have to take my
909
shoes
says,
off.
I always have a look for them as there's been a decline in them over the years here.
Well, there's the American crayfish. I think it's American. Is it American? There's a non-native crayfish basically that's been becoming very, and also mitten crabs I think as well are also coming in. They're not from the UK originally, they come in from other places around the world.
Corp 909 says, yes, even they have declined.
Really? Well, I wonder why that is. Do you think that's to do with pollution?
Poor river waters.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not like there's an upsurge in otters or something like that and they're just eating them all. That'd be a nice thought, wouldn't it?
Lil Peep says, is most of this land just publicly accessible, like it's not owned by anyone in particular?
No, it's owned, very much owned. So we have something called the right to roam policy. So basically this field is it's not currently being put under, it's not currently like a crop or anything here. And so I can responsibly basically walk along the edge of it and completely within my rights to do so. And as you can see here, this fence here, it's not really a stock-proof barrier or anything like that. You can literally step over it. The next field does have a crop in it though, as you see.
Corp 909 says, right of way.
Around the crop, there is a margin between the edge of the field and the crop. That margin has been left for all sorts of reasons, for wildlife in particular, but also for access.
Lil Peep says, oh how cool.
So now we can safely walk around the side of the field without doing any damage to the crop. And as we get to explore these lovely little spots like this, which is super nice. The ambience in this little space is really nice. It's very calming. Really, really nice. There's a little river over there, as we know.
Corp 909 says, yes, it's not like America.
So It's actually quite, there's quite a lot of tracks and stuff here. Sure, a bit grown. Just have a quick peek at the river. See if it's getting any deeper, and it's not. It's just remaining really low. It's just so peaceful. You have great parks, exactly. And you have national parks, don't you? So, like we have got here. So, this area here. So, what do you think about the stabilisation of this stream, guys? Because this is just pure handheld, just a stabilisation from the app. I'm not using a stabilised gimbal. Am I getting away with it, basically? That's what I need to find out. Or is it a bit jarring? Because I can stream for a lot longer. I don't have to deal with it. Lots of different batteries and things like that. I thought perhaps I'd experiment a little bit with just some straight handheld stuff and just kind of look at the difference between that and using a full stabilised setup. I think we might have met the River Stincher now. And I reckon we can get across this. Especially here, it looks like there's a ford across it. Look at that. Another ford. I think we're getting our shoes off, guys. I think we're going for a bit of a wade. Yep, there's the road over there. Okay, guys. We are going paddling. So, what we're going to do is, while I get my shoes and stuff off, I'm going to set you up in the just before I go paddling. Let's have a look. Is there a rock hopping opportunity? It looks like there might be a rock hopping opportunity just up there.
909 says, I need to go make tea, be right back.
Which would considerably reduce the amount of crossing. So let's go and have a little look at the rock hopping situation before I get my socks off. Because we could just go through there, but if there is a possibility to get across without taking my boots off, that would be handy. I don't think there is going to be one though, but have a look. Nah, I think that's still pretty, yeah, I think we might as well. If we're going to get our boots off, we might just get our boots off properly. Just get in the water. To unplug you from the tripod, okay, and we can be on our way. It's nice here though, isn't it? Just stay a bit longer if you like. freshwater systems are incredibly important to the biosphere. As well as transferring species, they transfer, they act as a corridor for wildlife. An essential habitat. So yeah, I've got a feeling you guys might be not with me anymore or something weird, so we're going to keep going and see what happens next. Hopefully. Did that go in the river? We'll just get splash. Should we splash maybe? So I'm going to pick you up, spin you around a bit, unplug you from the tripod. Okay. So this is what I use. It's a Benro hi-hat mini tripod, basically for the base of my monopod setup that I have. And this is just basically a part of my monopod setup. It's an extendable titanium rod that screws onto the top. And it's super heavy, professional grade equipment with detachable feet that can, you can basically peg them into the ground. And so yeah, proper kit. And that's all for my 360 content creation, basically. So I've got nice, sturdy, solid 360 images. And I've also made some bespoke monopods as well, out of various things. And yeah, got some cool footage of them. So next, plug you back in. Okay, some beard action there. Ginger beard, man. Scottish again. Interesting that guy thought that my accent was from like the Northern England or the Midlands. Very interesting. Considering I've never lived in that area ever. And neither have any of my family. So maybe I've somehow picked up this. What is that? Something's not right. It's just the tripod in the bag. Sitting wrong on my back. Right, we're good. Okay, let's say goodbye to the river. Oh, well, I may not goodbye to it, but we'll be walking down it. Yeah, that was fun. A nice spot there to go fishing. Potentially. Okay, let's amble back down the road and This is very good, this in the end, this stream, because although I didn't get to see the woodland I wanted to look at, I looked at some other stuff that I wanted to look at. So you may remember when Sliver Granny and I, a couple of weeks ago, we found ourselves here, and I stopped here and I looked, and I very nearly pointed the van nose down here, but I thought that was probably a bit unwise, which I'm glad now. And then, because I saw the bench, and I thought, this could be a spot. We could come, we could sit on the bench, and with the tripod and the telescope, and we could look for stuff. Actually, we could just go straight right down onto the river, although that might be slightly disruptive. This is a nice spot. So you can see over there a trickle of river coming out. That's the water of Tig that we crossed over and walked down beside earlier on, coming in and joining the Stincher here. So oyster catcher coming by the sounds of things. Yep. Okay, let's start our wander back.
Faint signal says, you made it to the river. Lovely.
I made it across the river. Faint signal, did you see? Have you just come in? Have you been away doing something? Or have I just come back? I'm not sure whether people saw the river crossing or not, but I just waded across the river. Now we're walking down. Actually, I'd really love to walk down the bank of the river. Actually might be able to. That looks things. There's a little access, and then let's have a look. It'd be awesome if there was a path down the river. It's nice here. Some serious farm vehicles there, look at that. Beautiful things. Trailers for all sorts of farm stuff. Not your ramshackle tractor and trailer, you know. Proper.
Faint signal
heavy
says,
duty.
pity about the signal here, but even the still image is beautiful.
Oh, is it like that? Oh, God. So this is silage, and it's been cut. They'll grow more of it, and they'll kind of ferment this stuff, turn it into a nice food for cattle. So yeah, I spotted this little walkway here and thought, ooh, where does this lead? I think this might just be a wee spot for fishermen. Oh, there's a shell. Amazing. Look at that. Nice. So we see shell ducks down at the sea as well. So they're all up and down here doing their nesting and stuff at this time of year. Apparently they nest in rabbit burrows and things as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there's no getting down. But this looks like a nice spot to watch wildlife. Oh, there's a common sandpiper down there. probably walk through this field, along the edge of the field, rather than walking on the road. It would be a lot safer for me. And it's 100% respectful. Safer for the road users. Oh. Hooey. Hi. Does look a little bit like hair. Might just be rabbit, but standing up the way it is. Not sure. We shall see. Later. It'd be nice to see a hare. I'd be really happy if we saw hare. Really sad to see a hare on the road, really close to where I live. And I've been enjoying spotting a hare in the field, so quite sad to think that it might be that hare. Kids, we used to ride horses in fields like this, in stubble fields. Once the crop had been cut, it was just the stubble. Have a great time riding the horses in the stubble fields, galloping. This horse riding, try and get into it again at some point. Oh, ooh, Mr. Pheasant's been got big time and plucked. Wow, gruesome. Oh, all these beautiful pheasant feathers. Really amazing. Lovely pinky iridescent on them. Fantastic. Right, rope warning. Wow, look at that. Incredible. That's really cool to see. So only certain creatures will kill and eat like that. And I'm not 100% sure what's taking this, but I think it's another bird, like a buzzard or something, because of the way it's been plucked. I've seen other birds catch other birds and pluck them like this. Foxes don't really do that, they just chomp down on them and they don't do this plucking thing. So yeah, the male pheasant it's been totally disgorged in there. I wonder if it was a raven. Ravens apparently take a lot as well. Maybe it was a raven. Very interesting. So potentially it could have been hit by a car and then something could have taken it off the road down here and then plucked it. That could have been a potential as well. You never know. But yeah, this plucking, from my knowledge, is indicative of birds. So, what bird might take a pheasant around here? I think a buzzard would probably take a pheasant. And potentially a red kite as well. There are red kites around, and red kites do take carrion. So carrion is something like that. If it's been hit by the roadkill, you might call it. Dead stuff. Crows eat carrion as well, so it could be a crow. Raven maybe more likely. So interesting anyway, very interesting. So yeah, some of these streams do come with a bit of a warning. We may see death, destruction, sex, and fighting. Because nature does all that all the time. And if we're watching nature, then we might not be able to avoid seeing things like that. However, I also like to look at things like that, what we just saw, for curiosity. Interesting the way all the innards of the bird were kind of neatly, surgically removed almost. Being told that that's characteristic of ravens. So, who knows? Who knows? Oh, look at all the horsetail. Step over there. Look at that. I like horsetail. I think it's a cool plant. Survived through the Ice Age. One of the oldest plants that we have. And mare's tail, people call it. Anyway, it secretes silica. And yeah, it's one of the reasons why it's so tough and does so well. It's can just grow from like a tiny little bit of root. Here is our first look at some bird's foot trefoil. This is again another member of the pea family. Some people call it ham and eggs because it's got this kind of red as well as the yellow. Granny's toenails is another name for it because its seeds look like Granny's toenails. So there's a raven flying overhead right now. We're talking about ravens potentially being the culprit. So that's a raven. It's just gone over there. That drop, drop, drop call. So there we go. Loads of comfrey about here. Tons of comfrey everywhere. Comfrey country. Time. So I'm hoping by staying in the edge of the field here rather than going through the trees, we'll get a bit better signal. I might be barking up the wrong tree. It may just be two sets of trees between the mast and me, but I thought the more open space the better, probably. The fact that nobody said anything about that pheasant makes me think that it's only going to be the VOD that sees that, if anybody. Yeah. thank you very much, everyone who's watching the VOD. Guys, we're all getting the full experience. Oh, look, some yellow flag iris there. Isn't that pretty? So must be a little water channel here for that to be there. It looks like something like that. Interesting. Let's hop over again. Right over this lump of grass. It sounds like deer galloping away. Hear that? Got a quick look at it. Oh, yeah, there it is up there, right at the top. Do you see it? You see it? Hope you did. Like a roe deer. Little buzzards flying overhead. Yeah. Can't see them though. Hear them. It's quite a lot of hemlock in that watercourse. Hemlock water drop wort. Gets everywhere. Or it's got everywhere. It's problematic. Wow. It's nice woodland there. That's the road just there as well. I remember going by that and seeing that little quarry and thinking somebody's like dumped a washing machine up the top there or something. And it was such a shame because even though it was a quarry, it looked nice, except for that. Look at these beautiful horse chestnut leaves. Oh, they're huge. Big hands. Lovely. I like horse chestnut. These lovely candles. Probably the biggest, stickiest tree we've got. So that stuff there is not gorse. If anyone is new, this is broom, Scotch broom. Looks very similar to gorse, but isn't spiky. It's a bit more like tree, just a bit more like a tree. Where's that? It's gorse. On there. See, it's just a bit thicker, a bit more spiky looking. So yeah, these lime leaves look like lime leaves to me, the ones in these trees. Heart-shaped leaves. Lime leaves. Like, lime leaves. Nice round. Yeah, lime leaves. That's a lime leaf. It does have a little bit on the corner there, but nothing as pronounced as the ones up the road. Oh, well, maybe it is, actually. There's a wee bit there and there. Maybe I just never really noticed that before with lime leaves. They've got those little corner. Well, I've ripped this one. It means I've got to eat it. Yum. Make sure there's no bugs. And there's definitely bugs on this. Oh, darn. I'm not going to eat this. I'm going to leave this back to nature. Don't want to eat them all. It looked like some sort of eggs. You can eat lime leaves, basically. Ultimately, isn't it? So yeah, earlier on, I wanted to be walking through all of that woodland over there. That was the plan today, was to walk up into that woodland. But we got stopped by the shooting. Fallen trees and stuff. Just tumble down habitat. I like seeing this sort of thing. Other people might think it looks like disrepair, but to me it looks like variety of habitat. You know, looks like someone's been in here felling. Often that can be what happens. Somebody comes in and removes something and that causes a situation. Little things start falling down. I think there might be more deer in this hedge. I'm hearing clicks and stuff. Didn't run away though this time. Yeah. Make sure there's deer. Yeah. The flowers on this hawthorn are really, really nice. They're super pretty. You make me sneeze. At the moment they're smelling quite nice. Won't be long before they start smelling like rotten meat. Funny. Glad I've got long legs so I can easily step over these lines of grass. More deer. Any more deer? Sounded like it. Something definitely saw me. Maybe it was just a big bird flapping. I'm loving all the ferns over there. Bracken or whatever it is. It's coming up. I love the erectness of it all, the kind of just the kind of pew pew little explosions of life, happiness. It's cool. So yeah, this is a massive field. We walked quite a long way today. Like maybe 4 or 5 miles or something. In total, once we get back. Maybe more, so. Yeah, it is deer. There's another deer bounding its way off up the field there, through the woods. Let's see if we can get a fix on it. There it is, looking straight at us. Can you see it? That's probably what's been being shot at today. Oh dear. Enjoying myself. Absolutely beautiful walk. Thank you for joining me. This is Exhibit Scotland TV, Biosphere Live, exploring the rural countryside of southwest Scotland, in particular the Galloway and Southern Ayrshire Biosphere. This is a digital access project looking to bring green and blue health to people that can't access it, and encouraging people that can access it to get outside and explore nature. fantastic. Looks edible, isn't it? Horse chestnut flowers. So good. Hi, horse chestnut. You're pretty. Where's the road? Just up there, not far. Road is not far away. So, what's going to happen when we get to the end of this corner? I think we might be meeting a river, which is interesting. I'm seeing a lot of what looks like Japanese knotweed all along the bank here. I assume that's a bank. You see this green stuff, light green stuff there, and there, and there. I think that's Japanese knotweed along the banks of the river. No, it's not. It's just, yeah, I'm looking at the hemlock as well. There's hemlock here. Oh, there's loads of hemlock in there. Look at that. It's choked with hemlock water dropwort. Stuff that looks like parsley. It ain't parsley. It's deadly. Wow. So here we've got Rose Bay willow herb and a really nice little water river. So let's see, is it possible to get down to the river from here? Is that a nice, it's like crow feather. Wow. So nice. Right. Can I get down there? Probably could get down there. Doesn't look like the easiest way down actually. I think it's wetter down there than it looks at first sight. Let's have a look over here. This tributary, is this where the tributary, oh there's a path here. Check this out. Doo-doo-doo. Nice. That's a hemlock stuff here. And sounds like a woodpecker over there going choop. What? Sheltuck flying up the river. Wow, lots of action here. Any footprints? Any interesting footprints? Anybody? Any otter prints? There's something here. Nothing. Screaming otter at me. Deer prints. It's more like deer prints. We saw the deer a minute ago, so that makes a lot more sense. So now this is a kind of like a deposit. Do you hear that? There goes the woodpecker. See it going down the river? We have a kind of up and down flight. So yeah, this is a great spot. We're up at 1.4 gigabytes now, so should be much better signal than before. This is gorgeous. Kind of tempted to go for a paddle again. Might need to touch the water with my hands. Lovely, cool. water element. What an amazing thing. Fantastic. Do the other hand as well. Lovely and cool and cooling feeling. Lovely. What a cracking spot. The river's super low. Perfect for sitting in and paddling in. No good for fishing.
Savage Banana Soup says, oh dear, it ran away.
Ah, you saw the deer. You guys are way behind. I'm glad you're still with me. Massive respect. So yeah, this is all Japanese knotweed. All of that stuff up there. And that's regarded as being an invasive species that really needs managed. If it's on a riverbank like this, it's easily washed further down the river by other, well, you know, floods and things like that. It's probably come here in the same way, and so yeah, it's problematic. It takes a lot of work to try and eradicate that, and I assume that that'll be being done by the Ayrshire Rivers Trusts and people involved with managing the water here for fishing and other things. So that's something I can have a conversation with them about. Because what we don't want is lots of Japanese knotweed on the SSSI down at the bottom of the river at the estuary, which is where basically any knotweed will end up pretty much that comes down the river. So it's a potential that it could end up there. So we're gonna have to go up into the woodland now and join the road. Sadly, it's been nice walking through the field though. To get to here, it was a welcome section of the road missed out. Or section of the road welcomely missed out. I think the path goes over here, weirdly. Up here. Up these stones and up and round past this tree. Do you see? You see how it goes up around here?
Savage Banana Soup says, real candy floss, but I wouldn't chance it.
I wouldn't chance it either. That's the horse chestnut flowers. They look amazing, don't they? Hear that? Eep, eep, eep. I think that was a nice sandpiper, but it might have been a kingfisher. So they make a peeping noise as well. And I saw a tiny little thing flying up here. Probably just a chaffinch. Yeah, there it is. Common sandpiper. I also heard the beep noise, which sounded interesting. I've heard that weep before. Interesting, there's quite a few things that make a weep noise like that. But otters make that noise. Anyway, we're walking along a path which I think humans seldom walk. Interesting though. This looks like a culvert. A man-made culvert. Culvert is a bit in the path which helps people to, well, basically for the water to run away. Yeah, another amazing field over there. Quite deep down there. More like the sort of place you might see a fish. There's a pair of... Oh, interesting. There's a pair of deck chairs over here by the water. Interesting. And one day I was walking along a place like this, south of Edinburgh, near Borthwick Castle, and we looked into a tree stump, and there in the tree stump was 3 or 4 baby mink. There was like one sort of silvery one, and the rest were a brown colour. It's amazing. Anyway, this path is very close to the edge. Does look like an actual path though here, interestingly. It seems there's like a little handrail, which is cool. Do a little bit of assistance here to clear the path of this. Maybe that's something I could help them with. Or we could help them with. Clear this bit. As you know, I'm looking for a few places to do a bit of filming with hand tools. So I was thinking about doing it in Glen but that goodness might be a worthy challenge to clear that bit. So yeah, I don't really know where the edge is. So you can see.
Slithering Granny says, I am lurking ATM.
Oh, hi. So look, there's a couple of chairs over there, which means somebody somewhere likes to come and hang out here. They look like they've been there for quite a while. Yeah. Old school kind of grey chairs. It's weird. I would have thought they'd be washed away if they'd been left there over the winter though. So peculiar. Oh, there's some ducks over there and some babies. That'll be what that wee noise is that I can hear. It sounds like babies. The water here is pretty cool. There's been some rapids here and it's deep.
Savage Banana Soup says, your TTS is, lagging.
I think it's all lagging, isn't it, babe? Thanks for letting me know. I like this. It's very higgledy-piggledy. Could probably do with a bit of love. Nice though. I feel we might be almost nearly at the village. for some reason. Ooh. That bridge is definitely a bit wonky. Wonky bridge. Noted. Nearly put my foot through the wood when I touched the wood. Oh, here's another deer. You can see it up there between the trees, up on the left, looking at us. You see? Is it a stag? Has he got horns? There it goes. Not a bird either. It's fairly chilled, I think, with me. It's not seeing any. I don't intend to harm it. These trees are great. This big sycamore. Some tree. I feel like this is actually one tree. It's just like split. It's got a path going through it. I bet that's just one tree. Look, it's even got a hobbit house. That's amazing. Love it. Very nice. Oh, hello, Miss Blackbird. Wow, it's nice here. Ordinarily access this area maybe through that gate. This goes up to the road. This looks like a seriously nice fishing spot, doesn't it? That's what this is, sure. So it's all nicely cut like this so you can get your fly cast and stuff. Nice. So my question is, if we keep going down here, will we have to double back if we go through that gate? That's the one where to find out. Something splish-splashing over there. Not the massive fist of fish, but do you see that? Something weird just flew across the river. I don't know what it was. hay fever is kicking in like mad all of a sudden. Interesting. Pollen must be out. Okay. Well, we know it has already. We've been seeing all the hawthorn, grasses and stuff. It just hasn't got me till just this moment. Now I feel like scratchy throat. Runny nose. Being watched by a friendly crow. Hi. Hi. Seeing the fish coming out of the water, and they must be so small.
Cork 909 says, love it.
It's nice here, Cork. Could leave our friend the crow an offering. Heard the noise, the rustle. The rustle of biscuit.
Cork 909 says, nice clean water.
I'm surprised that Mr. Crow flew away. I thought I would have liked the sound of this. Well, I'll have to eat it then, Mr. Crow.
Cork 909 says, in my element.
Cork, I walked across the river earlier. I don't know whether you knew that, but I paddled across the river. I was on the other side. You can see that in the VOD if you want. So yeah, looking for dippers and kingfishers, grey wagtails, other water birds, common sandpipers, that sort of thing. Haven't seen any yet. Had a brief encounter yesterday with some home my wagtails.
909 says, sorry man was cooking, damn it, I missed it.
You can always watch the VODs, my man. You can always watch the VODs if you want to see a happy boy getting across the water. It was fun. So there's another way down from that gate up there to get down here. So that's interesting. It would be a nice spot to do some green health therapy activities by the river, because it's a nice big safe grassland spot. Nice trees, so it's like woods and water. It's a good little spot. Noted. Looks like there's more path this way, so I'm going to keep going down here. Try and stay off the road as much as possible. I'm hoping we'll continue to be able to just stay close to the river all the way back home. If we can, I'll be really pleased. Oh wow. It's nice. Little spot. Lovely. The sort of spot that I would be quite happy to have a river dip. There's a couple of nice wee deep spots in the sun. Maybe not the most clever thing in the world to go river dipping though. Simply because
Savage Banana Soup says, hot tub stream.
yeah. River dipping's better the higher up the river you
Fault
can go.
909 says, yeah, I like the river streams and better connection than the seaside.
Yeah, the problem is that the farmers put things in on the fields and then it rains and then it ends up in the rivers. And particularly when the rivers are low, it's quite a high concentration of stuff, potentially. You don't really want to be swimming in. So yeah, the higher up the river you can get, if you're going to go river swimming, the better really. Go up into the hills if you can, away above the agriculture. And then you're more likely to get a nice unpolluted swim. That's a big spear thistle here. Look at that. That's just our national emblem. The head has not come up yet. As you can see, it's got these big, like, dagger-like leaves.
Savage Banana Soup says, especially if the hill is a permaculture food forest.
Indeed. So, yeah. I've been lucky to have lived in a few places in my life where I was high up the valley and was able to benefit from literally jumping in the river outside my house, or the loch, which was fantastic. So trees being cut down and it's created this lovely vista. Look at this.
Fault 909 says, wow, they get big.
Look at the size of this. Huge. One tree base, massive. It's like massive. Just huge. You hear that song thrush over there? Chaffinch, that's the song thrush there. got these different phrases which it repeats over and over 2 or 3 times and moves on to the next phrase. And they pick up all sorts of different phrases, including noises from the environment. So you'll see here, you see like more Japanese knotweed here, just along, and it'll just literally get everywhere. The whole river will eventually be choked up with it, unless it gets managed. Nice open grown tree there, lovely to see. Interestingly, I kind of recognise the spot where we are now. I feel like I might have been here once before. I know I've only been up this river once before from the town, and went on a walk with a friend, and didn't think we got as far up as this, but maybe we did. Certainly sounds like I can hear the road. Yeah, it's that road. Yeah, we're getting quite close to the village now. This is good. I think we are going to be able to go all the way without touching the road. Yeah, there's the sign for the village. Just entering it now. Fantastic. Brilliant. So kind of reverse recce. It's a nice area for doing forest bathing. A bit earlier in the day, I think, when the sun is in the south, because it's now moving into the west. So it's nice and cool here actually now. I'm starting to get that slightly estuarine smell as well. Slightly salty. Lovely. So that's great. So we could walk all the way from the village all the way up to that bit where the grass is, finish off there. A nice tea ceremony or something like that before walking back. And that all relatively close. Probably do it in 3 hours, maybe 2. Nice to spend 3 or 4 hours taking this walk, just really exploring everything. Listening to the water, listening to the birds, maybe doing a little paddle potentially as well as part of it, if it seems safe. Certainly a lot of lovely little spots here to engage. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, there's the heron. Hi! Hey! Are you my friend? The guy I saved. Did I save you? Rah! So I saved a heron and brought it down here last year. Whenever I see the heron, I always think, wonder if that's my pal. I saved its life. I reckon it probably will remember me. It might remember my voice. Because I talked to it while I was in the van. I was like, oh, you're alright, pal. And we're going to the vets now and stuff. This is beautiful right here. So close to the village. We have this lovely space here. Perfect for doing some nice...
Called 909 says, river at sunset and the chance to see some owls.
Great. So, well, there are barn owls around here, Corg. Oh, there's the common sandpiper away. There are barn owls here. Never heard a tawny owl yet since I've been here. You never know, there's a chance there might be long-eared owls on the beach in the Triple SI. That would be absolutely incredible. There's a slim chance. Similar places like that on the east coast have got long-eared owls, so I don't see why there wouldn't be some on the west coast. Some little nests. It looks like nests in the willow down there, but I think it's not. I think it's just grass where, you know, up in the tree, because it's where the floodwater was. So yeah, we have this lovely little resource here at the village. So you've just seen this little riparian walkway here, and it's a great place for people to exercise and to, you know, connect with nature, connect with the elements through green health. It really is a fantastic little spot, so I hope to make the most of it going forwards. Certainly we could do this little river walk quite a lot as a little handheld experience. Hopefully where you guys came in with the chat, that's where it stopped lagging and stuff, if it was lagging before. I suppose I'll find out a little bit while I'm on the VOD. And yeah, this is us, we're back now in the village. This is the old bridge here, the old Stincher Bridge, which was recently reopened. And the road bridge behind it, which is